All right, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? How are you feeling? Welcome, welcome, welcome to Family Morning Transformation with yours truly, DMP Speaks. I'm so glad to be in front of you in this wonderful but rainy, but it's still a wonderful day because you're a part of my day and I'm a part of yours. So, welcome to Family Morning Transformation. Let me introduce myself. My name is David M. Pinkston, but I go by the name of DMP Speaks. I am an empowerment speaker. I'm a board certified Christian counselor, and I'm a family restoration specialist, a family coach where I come in to rebuild and or grow your family dynamic. I do these Monday through Friday at 7:30 a.m. and Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm so glad that you spend a few moments with me. Do me a favor, please, please, please share this if you care, if this information is valuable to you. Please share this, please. I appreciate it. So, what we want to talk about on this morning is forgiveness. Just give me one moment here. I want to talk about forgiveness. Learning how to forgive one another is a huge step. And that's what I want to talk about just for a few moments today. It is very important. Forgiveness is a huge step in a person's life, but it's also a humongous step for a family that is working toward reconciliation. Forgiveness has to be in the equation. It cannot be outside of the equation if you want your family to heal, if you want your family to grow, if you want your family to change, you have to forgive. It has to be a part of the equation. See, a family has to learn to forgive even when the pain is or was severe. Some of you are dealing with pain now. Some of you are dealing with pain from yesterday, from your past, and you still have not overcome that pain, or that pain follows you every day. See, to forgive a family member for what they that you feel that they hurt you and what they said and what they did is that huge step because some of us have been walking around with unforgiveness for days, for weeks, for months. We have to learn how to forgive. Let me say that again. We have to learn how to forgive one another. Because if we don't forgive one another for the actions of our other family members, and when it's time for us to forgive or be forgiven, we want to be able to know that we have already sowed that seed of forgiveness for that person, for that family member. And forgiveness is not just something that just comes, but like a snap of a finger, like it just happens. There is a process, and you have to be in the process to forgive. I'll say it again. You have to be in the process to forgive that family member that hurt you, that talked about you. There is a process. The process starts with you acknowledging that you are hurt. You're acknowledging that you have pain. You're acknowledging that this very thing that you said or you did to me, whether it was 2 days ago or 2 years ago, I'm still affected and it's affecting me. It's affecting my life. It's affecting my career. It's affecting my mental status. It's affecting how I go throughout my day because of what you said or what you did. But after that, where the forgiveness has to be pertinent, this information is pertinent, and it has to happen. Is that after we acknowledge that that person hurt you and it's affecting your day, you have to allow yourself to forgive them, whether it was intentional or non-intentional. You got to forgive them, not just for them, but you got to forgive yourself. A lot of us are walking around and we're not forgiving ourselves, or we're not forgiving them. You might say, what does this have to do with me forgiving myself? Sometimes forgiveness starts here. And the reason why I say forgiveness starts here is because we have to forgive ourselves for being so vulnerable and being and allowing that thing to hurt us so much, right? That forgiveness, we have to say in our own hearts, I found a place in my life that even though you hurt me and it hurt, I understand at that time you said this and you said that and you did this and you did that. And you might not even did it intentionally, but what you said hurt me. But I'm making space to forgive you. We have to learn how to make space in our lives to forgive the other person. Because again, forgiveness, I believe, just what I believe, is a two-way street. Share this, please, and we're almost done. Forgiveness is the two-way street. And even if that person doesn't forgive you for what you have done, because sometimes it's not always what somebody has done to us. It's a lot of times that we have to forgive for what we have done, right? Again, forgiveness is a two-way street. See, we take forgiveness to be something small, like it doesn't matter. See, when you forgive somebody, you release them from your mind, you release them from the tension or anger or hatred that you have, and you start to build a new relationship, not the same relationship that you had, but a new relationship with that particular person, right? See, we can't keep holding on to hurt and expecting our families to be different. I'll say it again. We can't keep holding on to hurt and unforgiveness. And we have an expectation that our families are going to grow, that our families are going to change, that our families are going to be better. You have to be able to forgive that person. Listen, forgiveness takes time, but it has to be worked on constantly. Let me say that again. Forgiveness takes time, but it has to be worked on consistently and constantly. It just can't be a day that you want to forgive them and then the next day you don't forgive them. You got to make a decision. I'm going to forgive them as long as it takes. I'm going to forgive this person, or I want this person to forgive me. I need forgiveness. We have to practice forgiving one another. That's what I'm trying to say. We have to be in the practice of forgiving, because when we are in the practice of forgiving, and I know this is hard to do, but it's doable. When we are in the practice of forgiving one another, that's when the healing process can start. That's where the healing virtue can start. That's where the healing of the family can start. And then you start over. I don't care how long the tension has been there. You start over. That's why it's always said it's never too late to start. It's never too late for love. It's never too late. It's never too late. And it's never too late for reconciliation. That's why I'm doing these lives. That's why I'm doing my Zooms. That's why I'm doing masterminds. That's why I'm doing this program, because it's never too late. But you have to have a willing mind, an open mind to say, I'm going to forgive them. So as I close this, I want to say to you, forgiveness is necessary, but it is a process. But in this process, just know there is healing that will happen. But the only way that it can happen is that you have to forgive that family member, because you can't keep holding on to the past. Because the more that you hold on to the past, you will never see your future. You're going to get older, but you're going to be stuck in that same place. You have to forgive your family member. You have to forgive that person that hurt you. You have to forgive so that you and your family could move on. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Listen, I told you it's only be 10 minutes in the morning. I want to give you, if you're looking for more, please don't miss these lives. Don't miss some Zooms that I have up. We're going to have some Zooms coming up very soon for some great value. Check my YouTube page out at I Am DMP Speaks. I'm going to be putting up some new videos very soon. Also, catch me tomorrow night. You don't want to miss tomorrow night. I have my best friend, Mr. Tim Reed. We're going to be talking about fathers. Father's Day is on Sunday, but we're going to talk about fathers. And I'm talking about this conversation is going to be a little different. You don't want to miss it. And we got some things brewing, me and my brother. You don't want to miss it. And catch me this Saturday at Speak Out Loud Radio Show on Fire 716. You can download the app. Listen, you don't want to miss that as well. Listen, I'm working tirelessly for you and your family so that you all can get the value that you deserve and to be able to put your family back together. I believe in you, and we're helping reunite families and reconnecting families one at a time. Guys, catch me tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. I love you all. Have a wonderful and blessed day. Peace.